Hello, welcome to Cardboard History. My name is David. Today I wanted to do a tabletop collection showcase as a response to the challenge put out by Four Leaf Cards. And I decided for this I would get out all of the cards that I have that I keep in a file folder because they don't fit in a typical card box. They're all oversized or irregularly sized items, and take a look at them together. So I'll start with the first one, which is the Clayton Kershaw box topper from Allen & Ginter this past year. It was the first time I'd ever opened a hobby box, and I got a box of Allen & Ginter to open. And that was the box topper for that. The next two are a couple of modern, and the rest will be vintage. Got a Chris Bryant holiday ornament from the 2020 Topps Holiday, and also a 2023 Series 2 box topper, Ryne Sandberg. The rest of these are all going to be Cubs cards. So over to this next group here, there's the three 1964 Topps Giants for Billy Williams, Dick Ellsworth, and Ron Santo, as well as the Ron Santo 1970 Topps Super. So these are cards that I really don't look at that often because they kind of stay tucked away from the rest of my cards in the space where they fit. The next group I've got here are they're all Dick Perez artwork that's signed. The top three of the Hall of Fame for Billy Williams, Fergie Jenkins, and Ernie Banks. I think they just look so great together. And then down at the bottom from the Dick Perez Great Moments set is the Billy Herman. Next to that is something that I recently picked up from a REA auction, and it is a World Series ticket for the 1929 World Championship games, and this was for Wrigley Field. So I just thought this was a really cool piece of Cubs history, even though they didn't win the World Series that year. Next up are a couple of Goudey premiums. The top is 4 Cubs from the Pastel Premium set. Just really love the pastel color of this from 36. Getting something in color, just the artistry is really awesome. I picked that up last year at the Strongsville show, and really looking forward to going back there again this year to see what I can find. And then below is the wide pen premium from the R314 set of Chuck Klein. And this one actually has a collector stamp on the back that I noticed for the first time when I got this out. So something fun to notice as you're pulling some cards out that you haven't looked at in a while. Next up is a 1977 Burger Chef. This is the intact panel from the discs that has 11, or it's four on the back and 5 on the front, so 9 discs still intact. And these were kept together by team, so these are all Cubs players with Joe Wallace, Manny Trio, Bill Bonham, Rick Russell, Ray Burris on the front. And then the back had Bill Buckner from his time with the Cubs, Jerry Morales, Jose Cardinal, and Bill Madlock. Above that is something else that I picked up last year at the Strongsville show, and that is a 1969 bumper sticker from Dunkin' Donuts of Ernie Banks. And there's a team set of all the Cubs players. And I just thought that was a cool piece, something kind of out of the ordinary from the rest of my collection. And then this final is autographed 8x10 of Buck O'Neil from his time with the Cubs coaching. I just really enjoy, if you watched my recent video, the Ken Burns documentary, and I think my favorite part of that is just listening to Buck O'Neil tell stories from his time playing with Satchel Paige and just all that he experienced during his time in the Negro Leagues and watching baseball since. And I was down in Myrtle Beach last year on vacation and stopped by a shop, and they had this in there and gave me a great price on it, and thought it was cool to add a player of somebody that I really respect and enjoy learning from, and to have them in a Cubs uniform too. So that concludes my tabletop video. Thanks to 4 Leaf Cards for issuing this challenge. This was really enjoyable to get some of these things out and look over them once again.